So, as you could tell by the thumbnail, even at the end of May, we're still dealing with winter in parts of the country. So here in Laramie, Wyoming, they got a big snowstorm. We got about 4 or 5 inches overnight. Looking at the radar, it's not looking promising. Now, there have been a couple of trucks that have left and hit the road. And I'm seeing quite a few trucks coming in. Now they're stopping, getting fuel. Some of them are leaving the fuel island and parking. Now, here's a little story. My CB radio took a shit. Now, I had originally thought it was the truck because the last truck that I was in, my 2018, the radio worked fine. When I got in the one before this, the one that was in an accident, all of a sudden the radio didn't work anymore. I couldn't key out, I wasn't getting anything in. So I had chalked it up that it was the truck, that they must have done something when they were doing repairs and didn't connect the antenna back up. Who knows? So I had assumed, I'm like, all right, I'll just buy all new antennas and mounts and just rewire up the antenna part of it. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But then when I left that truck and got into this brand new truck, I said, oh good, just hook up the radio and everything will be good. That was a fail. Still same thing, can't key out, not getting anything in. So now I know it was the radio. So now I'm sitting here in this snowstorm. I can't see the interstate. I see very minimal traffic out on the road. I can't get a hold of anybody, obviously, on the radio to see what the conditions are. So I decided I'm going to go in and just buy a new radio. I need a radio. It's a necessity. I have to have it. So,
a new message has arrived.
Probably about the weather. So then, let's see. Okay, I will get with safety. Okay. Now, I went into Love's, looking at the selection that they have, and I found a nice one. I like this. So I got the Cobra 29LX CB radio. Ta-da! So I just disconnected the old one. We're gonna open this one here up and see if I could just use, because I got the wires. I mean, obviously the antenna will fit, but here's the wire for the old radio. I'm gonna see if that'll actually plug into the back of this. Then I could just plug it in and be done with it. I don't have to worry about cutting the wire and splicing. And I mean, I've got all the tools and stuff that I need. And the wire connectors, butt connectors, operating instructions. Here's a mount, and I don't need. Here's the wire, and we're in luck. I think this will work. Yep, same exact one. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, same one. So that's a good thing. It makes my life a whole lot easier. So now, we're going to get this radio hooked up. We're going to find out what these road conditions are like. But, there's always a but. When I was in the Love's, one of the employees was just coming into work. And she was talking about how she goes, I wasn't expecting to see this. everybody had assumed that she was talking about the snow. And it turns out, from here to the next exit, there's a jackknife truck. But according to her, I asked her, I go, which direction is it in? She goes, that way. What direction's that way? East? West? She goes, west. West of here. She didn't sound too promising. So, I don't know what to believe out of that. Now, the other thing is, I'm heading east. So if that lady who works at Love's doesn't know her east from west, and there's a jackknife truck down at the next exit that's got the interstate blocked, I'm not going to make it very far if I decide to leave. Which again proves how important a CB radio is. She said that the roads were clear of the snow, but they're very icy, very slick. So on my way back out, there was a CR England truck at the fuel island. He's getting ready to leave, so I stopped to talk to him. And I asked him, I says, hey, are you heading out? He goes, oh yeah, it's just a little bit of snow. What's it going to harm? Okay. It's on you, dude. I don't understand the unnecessary risk. For what? This load? That load? I'm all set. Because like the load that I've got, I got 38,000 pounds of yogurt that is going to Mount something. Mount Crawford, Virginia. Well, Mount Crawford, Virginia will get their yogurt when I say they get their yogurt. It's not important for me to get this. I mean, first of all, the load, here it is Tuesday, and the load's not even scheduled to be there till Friday morning. But I mean, if they get their yogurt a day or two late, who gives a shit? I am by far not taking the chances of destroying my brand new truck. Not doing it. Alright. So, the antenna's plugged in. You know what? I gotta find it. I have a external speaker to plug into this bitch. I gotta find that. I'll be right back. Alright, so external speaker. I bought it, plugged it in. And that's when the radio took a crap. Shortly there before that, actually. External. Alright. So before I go throwing this into the hole, let me make sure she works. We got power. Fancy. Even changes color. What? You serious? Anybody got their ears on for a radio check, please? Thank you. It's working. And we have a CB radio. Alright, let me get this thing in the hole and be right back. Alright, so now that that problem's fixed, now, do we or do we not go out on the road? That is the question. interesting day. But we still managed to do 538 miles, even dealing with the snowstorm and the whiteout conditions and whatnot. So it worked out all right. I mean, I'm glad I did what I did. It was kind of sketchy, a little bit. I mean, sometimes I was thinking to myself, you know, was it a good idea to go out? But once I jumped on 25 South there in Colorado and got out of it, I was clear there for a while, and then I got on the 70, started heading east, and that's where things got real hairy. But we did it. I'm happy with the 538 miles for the day, you know, dealing with what we did. So right now we're probably like dead smack in the middle of Kansas, almost to Salina. There's a little pull-off rest area here. The thing I like about this area here is they have those signs out on the side of the road, and it tells you, you know, the next couple of rest areas. You know, you got one in 5 miles and there's 4 spots left. You got one in 47 miles and there's 7 spots left. It tells you how many are there, and it's actually pretty accurate. So, all in all, it's been a very long day. I'm glad that that's over. Hopefully, I should find some wood. Hopefully that's the last snowstorm. I mean, it was the first one that I've had to deal with this winter, and hopefully the last. I try to typically stay away from that crap. I mean, usually in the wintertime, I usually head south, and I'll run the I-10. But, you know, I was due for it. I mean, I wasn't expecting it at the end of May, but it is what it is. Well, we got a new radio. That seems to be working pretty good. Glad I got that today. That actually came in handy. And yeah, all in all, it was a good day. So I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll see you guys soon.